Alright YouTube, so this is a review of kind of the upgrade I did for this erevo. I upgraded the dual 27-turn brush motors to 15-turn brush motors, but a 540 can instead of the 550 can. These are by Red Cat. I've got them for $27-ish, and they work fine. Breaking them in, they had a lot of the brush kind of come off, so I'm not sure why that happened, but they run fine. If you run them on 3S, they run pretty strong. I gotta find out the highest voltage I can go. I'm pretty sure 3S is max for a 15 turn. For the batteries, I run two 3S's in parallel with a little adapter I made, which I know is probably too thin a wire, but because I should be using 6 gauge, but it's all good. The motors do get quite hot, but I mean, I was just running it and they're pretty good for the most part. Now, for the gearing, no one ever does this, I don't know why. When you set your teeth, push it all the way against and then back it off just a hair. Autofocus, gosh. Just a hair. So that way, it's a really tight mesh and it doesn't strip gears at all. I was doing wheelies out in the yard just fine, all up the hill and crap, and nothing went wrong with it. 2 days of that. And for the ESC, I chose to take off the screw mount it sideways with just 2 zip ties, just because convenience. I can just kind of get to the button much easier. But the thing is, it doesn't have an LVC on it, so you will need to be running a $1 low voltage cutoff. Just plugs right into your balance port. It'll pop up saying 3S, which I kind of missed that on the camera, but then it goes through all your voltages, and now at 3.1 per cell. So just kind of make sure voltage is good. And when you run them in parallel like this, you can kind of get away with using one if you up the voltage cutoff a little bit, just to make sure nothing goes wrong. You shouldn't, but I do, and I haven't had a problem with it since. That's really about it for upgrades I've done to this truck. But the 15-turn motors down the hill, I think gave me a little more speed. But I'm used to a car that's doing like 55, 60 miles an hour down the hill, so this kind of feels slow. But I'll add in some running clips maybe for it. It runs fine though. It's kind of hard to run in the rain though. It just kind of spins. Also, the erevo tires and they suck. They come right off the rim. They don't stay glued. So yeah. Even with the brush motor, it rips them apart. So I'm definitely going to be upgrading to the Hatchet MTs. Cost you $40 to get them all around, and they're awesome tires. Highly recommend them. I run them on my PED. So they're probably a little smaller, but I might try to find some 1/8 scale style like that. I know you're all going to be like, the mesh is too tight. It's not. It's not too tight at all. I've had no issues with mesh being too tight or binding. It's completely smooth. I mean, I can just barely touching it. It spins freely. So, but I do recommend running brush or fans with blowers in them, just for the fact that these motors do get quite hot even with the fan in them. So that helps a lot. I'm pretty sure, at least. I've never run them without, just because of that reason. I'm scared of them overheating, like my 12-turn did. And don't run a single motor on this truck ever when it comes to 10 scale motors. The shocks, I really don't like it that much. And maybe I can put some like stiffer springs in the back, because if I loosen the front, then when it hits bumps, it just kind of flops to the floor. If I tighten too much, it sticks up in the air, and then the back drags, and it just doesn't ride good. Maybe I can get some stiffer springs for this. I'd like them better, but so far I'm not really that sold on this whole lay down style shocks.